with nothing, now I'm up in Neiman's with 20 bands. I did the Radisson, we drive the coke with the selling fan. I got a drop on my target, my niggas was marching on Million Man. I'm up in Harlem with all of my diamonds, I'm feeling like Killer Cam.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It's currently, what time is it? It's actually 11. It's around the time I really like to record commentaries. And today we're going to be talking about none other than the Abrams. If you haven't played the Abrams, you don't know what this tank is, you don't know why it's coming to War Thunder, how you might live under a rock, that's fine. That's completely fine. I won't judge you for it. I am just disappointed. Now, the Abrams is America's MBT being added this patch 1.77, and the Abrams is still America's MBT in real life. Of course, it's a different variation, and, you know, it's way more advanced than the one we're getting in game, but it is still the M1 Abrams. That's pretty cool. I think that is pretty damn neat, and I think it's cool that the Brits are getting the Challenger as well. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like War Thunder. Stuff's coming so fast. I mean, such modern vehicles are in the game now. But what we're going to talk about is the Abrams, how bad the nerf affected it, because they did nerf it on the dev server, whether or not the nerf's going to stay in my opinion, and how much I like the vehicle with or without the nerf regardless. I don't think the nerf really hurt it that bad. What people were saying was the armor on the lower front plate was destroyed or nerfed. I don't know about that. I didn't really look too hard. I just know that this tank has good armor and doesn't really make too big of a difference, in my opinion, if the lower front plate is able to be penned. Considering this tank has blowout panels. Blowout panels blow the ammo out of the top of the turret and stuff, so the tank doesn't die and it doesn't kill crew members. I mean, that's pretty advanced, that's pretty neat. The fact that they maybe nerfed the lower front plate a little bit doesn't destroy this tank. Now, the other thing they did was they reduced the reverse speed. Now, this is something I do kind of have a problem with. It's 12 miles per hour now, and I believe in real life it was 25 miles an hour, I think. Regardless, early on in this dev server, this thing was going like 40 in reverse. I think that was a little too fast, but I'd like to have its historical reverse speed, so we'll see. I'm sure some people are posting some dev forms and stuff. Look at this snow, by the way. Look how good this snow looks, interaction with the tracks. Obviously, Dagor 5 is adding a lot of new things like rain, snow, like we're seeing now, which is rain, just it's too cold outside for it to be rain, so it's freezing, obviously. Yeah. You get the settings the same way, that you have to click rain on one of the snow maps and you get snow. And you can also have like a blizzard type storm. This is just normal rain. Not really destroying, it's not really destroying visibility too much, but it is a little bit more immersive, and I really, like I said, like how the tracks and the snow work with the thing. As I digress, we'll talk back about the Abrams. So the reverse speed got nerfed a little bit, and a little bit of the armor. What I noticed is the Abrams is a pretty tough tank overall to pen. It's tough to pen, and it has a lot of strengths for it. So while yes, its overall top speed in reverse got nerfed, the thing can still get going backwards really fast, which is one of its strong suits. It's got a 1500 horsepower engine, and look at this. It soaks bombs too, by the way. I don't know if it was something with the snow, but I didn't die to bombs in this tank unless they were like right on me, which is, I think it has something to do with the composite spaced armor. But this tank is very well protected from all around. I mean, you can see that that's what they were focusing on when they did that. The 250 cals and the 7.62, I think there's a 7.62 or 7 point something on this tank. As the coax, the 250s are beast. They rock planes. Maybe it's only 150, I could be wrong, but regardless, the 50 cal on top definitely helps. You can see that this tank has great gun depression. I'm pretty sure it's 10 degrees of gun depression, and it plays very similar to how an MBT would play. Peek over a hill, back up, peek over a hill, back up type of gameplay. It's got a great APF-SDS shell. As much as people are complaining that it doesn't have the APF-SDS shell it shot, 410 millimeters of penetration, I think, on this round is enough to kill any tank in the game. With a little bit of aiming here or there. Some people, again, might have a problem with that. That's fine. We're not here to discuss if you have a problem with playing with that. That's just what's in the game, and I'm just telling you what is in the game right now, how it might play and stuff like that. I don't want people who haven't played these things to be scared off, though, and think that these tanks are just complete trash and that you can't be played unless it's the T64B, because the T64B does have a lot of drawbacks, and we'll get on that in the T64 video when I make it, probably later on today as well. But basically, the way this plays is a lot like an MBT. So if you have an MBT or a KPZ, you'd play the Abrams very similar. The thing is, the Abrams just has a little bit more armor. Maybe kind of a lot bit more armor, a lot bit more turret armor. An insane reload. It's 5 seconds flat with an ace crew for some reason. I don't know if that's here to stay, but that's damn fast. 5 seconds is extremely fast to be reloading a gun. We already said it can go really fast forward, around 50 to 60 kph, even off terrain, which is pretty nice. Survivability is great, blowout panels. The engine is great at getting acceleration and backing up, so forward and backwards acceleration is great. And climbing. So I was talking about the Leopard 2 yesterday, about how good the Leopard 2 is at climbing. This thing is a beast at climbing as well. It has great thrust to weight ratio, absolute monster at climbing mountains, keeping traction, and it can slide in snow and stuff. It's pretty cool when you're going down a hill because it's moving so fast. What did I just bounce off the back of me? Oh yeah, and Abrams just bounced off the back, and you see I knock out his breach. This is pretty interesting because you get to see an Abrams on Abrams fight. So I'm shooting the top round, and he's also, I would assume, probably shooting the top round. So let's just watch this. We critted him through the lower front plate. That was a pretty nice shot, actually, to tell you the truth. But look how fast this thing can just get around. So my breach is hit. I'm going to take the risk, shoot it, bang, bang. If you're hitting the Abrams from the side, you'd want to hit where the crew sit, kind of like this, similar to the MBT. Just don't hit the ammo rack in the back of the turret. The MBT doesn't have blowout panels. The Abrams does. So if you hit those ammo rack, I don't think, I might be 100% chance that you're not going to kill it. I don't know if it's 100% chance, but I wouldn't risk it regardless, because some of the fragmentation from your initial shot, I guess, could kill crew. But I would just aim a little bit closer to the gun so you can hopefully kill the crew and not worry about the ammo on this tank. And that's about it. That's the Abrams. It's really simple kind of technique to play the day Abrams. It's not like a crazy advanced tank. It is an advanced tank, but it's not an advanced playstyle. It's not anything in particular. It's a very good tank at doing what it does, which is kill other tanks, drive around fast, change position, overall penetrate tanks. It's good. I think the gun's pretty good. I think the round is pretty balanced, and until they add something with more and more armor, I don't think we need a better round for this 105, and hopefully even in the future we'll get the M1A1, which will just have the 120 with a better round regardless. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited for the Abrams? Do you think it's overpowered? Do you think it's underpowered? I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people who think that the T64B is the most overpowered tank in the world, but again, penetration isn't everything. You can think what you want. That's fine. I think the attitude I'm going into this patch with is I'm just going to use whatever tanks and kill people with whatever I got, regardless of if it's historical or not, and nobody will be able to say anything then, right? So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace, peace.